Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? It's your boy, Marcus Levy, Angry Ranter here for your February 2021 update vlog. So let's get rolling. So I know that this is being done a lot later in the month than I normally would. And also, you know, if the weather was nice, I would have done it outside. But as of right now, I kind of feel that we are in the best place right now to do this while, you know, there's still a few days left in Mercury retrograde and stuff like that. So, what has been going on with me since the beginning of January? Well, first off, the biggest thing is I decided after, you know, a number of times of trying to force myself into playing Far Cry that I just couldn't do it. I just could not get myself to continue to play Far Cry 1 because it was just not a game that I'm into. It was not something that I could keep myself as entertained with as I would like to. So I said I needed to find something else. And well, we got a new roommate who moved in at the beginning of January, and he's a software engineer. And so he fiddled with our modem and the internet. And the internet in this house now works better. You know how you know? Because I'm playing Valorant. That's how you know. But, and without lag, which is fantastic. And Andrew and I can both play in the same house and not have any problems. But what this means is the world has become more open. So what I've done is I've decided that the series that will premiere starting at the beginning of April, because the last episode of Pokemon Sapphire officially airs March 31st. I will be doing Fallout 76. I already have 10 episodes recorded. I want to get all of the April, May, and June episodes up, and they're going to release Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on the channel. So you guys are going to get to see some very different content. Then, once all of those are done, which I would like to get, I'd like to get at least the 3 months worth up. Because Fallout 76 is an online series, it's going to be an ongoing series essentially until until either A, I finish the storyline, or B, it'll just become a forever thing that I'm doing on this channel where I'll pump out, you know, constant 3 days a week videos on Fallout 76. But then that still leaves 2 other days of the week. So what I want to do, at the request of one of my, you know, big viewers who watches a lot of my content, he wanted to see more Pokemon content. So I said, okay, sure. I do enjoy playing Pokemon. So there is this Pokemon ROM hack that I originally tried to do on Angry Ranter Gaming, if you guys remember what it was. It was Pokemon Crystal Clear version. So what I want to do is try to see if I can find a copy online again of Pokemon Crystal Clear, because I think I deleted it. If I don't have it, I'm pretty sure Andrew has a copy of it upstairs somewhere that he can send me the ROM for. But I'm going to play Pokemon Crystal Clear version. It's essentially the open map-based kind of open world RPG version of Pokemon Crystal. So it's Gen 2, so we're going back a generation, and we'll be doing, you know, Kanto Johto, but you can go wherever you want. Start with whichever gym leader you want, and the gym leaders and all of the trainers in the surrounding world scale up with you because of the intense, sort of the coding that was done to make this game possible, which I think is super cool. I think it's super cool. But the big thing that I've been trying to do lately is I've just been trying to get a lot of, I don't want to say mandatory obligations, but chosen obligations off my plate. Because that's one big issue that I've been having, is that I have a lot of obligations that I don't feel are necessary. But there's a lot of things that I'm holding myself to and saying like, oh no, you got to do this. And of course I'm feeling, you know, really stressed out because I've got all these things that I'm, you know, wanting to do or trying to do. So instead I'm just going to take things one thing at a time in life, because that's the way that, you know, especially during this crazy second year of this pandemic that we're in now. You know, most of us last year at this time, when they were starting to talk more and more in the world about this pandemic of this disease spreading around, didn't expect to end up in a position where this is where we would be, basically locked inside off and on throughout the year, not being allowed to go out and see anybody, not being allowed to go out and do anything, having to cancel trips, having to change our entire lives that we had essentially gotten used to. So, this is what you gotta do. You gotta just kind of sit and settle. I know it kind of sucks, especially because, I know for me as well, I would rather feel like I still had the choice and the control and that there was full open availability to do anything. But right now, you gotta just learn to kind of sit and chill, and that's where things like online gaming come into play. The other thing that I'm gonna, throw out to you guys as well, I have a new podcast that I'm doing. It's called The Marcus Levy Show, and you can check it out on Anchor, on Pocket Cast, on Overcast, on Google Podcasts, and on Spotify. And what I will do is I will try to post the Spotify link in the description underneath this video. It's a journalistic style podcast where I kind of just talk about whatever is on my mind, and I don't make a promise as to when episodes are coming out. Instead, what I do is I just do an episode whenever I'm in the mood. And there are 11 episodes up already. They're not super long. I don't think any of them is longer than 30 minutes. Because it's kind of like, yes, it's recognized like a podcast. I say, hey, you're listening to The Marcus Levy Show. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter and all these other places. But it's still a podcast. It's still a journal in its essence. So I do get a little more personal without being too specific. But it's kind of just a place to air some things. So I suggest you guys head on over to Spotify, Anchor, Pocket Cast, Overcast, and check out the Marcus Levy Show. I'd really appreciate it. All right, guys. I will see yous all in March, hopefully looking less disheveled, because I realize didn't shave, and I haven't had a haircut in like 2 months, because this is, 2021 lockdown, and we only just got out of that yesterday. And so I haven't had time to book a hair appointment for the start of next month, and, haven't had a chance to get rid of the more bescragglediness. This is new. This I'm keeping. This I like. But as for the rest, it's gotta go. But anyway, I will see you guys in the month of March. Thanks for watching. Keep watching the Pokemon content. And in March, I'll be able to confirm more about Fallout 76, more about Pokemon Crystal Clear, and I'll be able to let you guys know where I'm at in that process. And then come April, I'll be like, and there it is, that kind of thing. All right, guys, peace. Like and subscribe.